Paul Skenes joining us on the program. So where is the Cy Young?
Haven't gotten it yet. Yeah, I think we get it into January.
And where are you going to put it?
It'll be probably on the wall, like right behind me, somewhere on there, nice and high, so you can see it in zooms like this.
It's an empty wall. Where are all the awards? Rookie of the Year. We don't have anything in there.
Yeah, we're moving in. We haven't. This is the last room that we've gotten to, so it's all in the room. We just haven't put it up yet.
How surprised were you that it was unanimous?
That was surprising. I mean, obviously that's a huge honor. Winning the Cy Young is one thing, going unanimous is another. So, I don't really know what I was expecting. I don't, know if I was expecting to win it or not win it, but kind of just got to go in there with no expectations, so you're not, upset or anything. But the unanimous was a nice touch.
Seems like your girlfriend was more excited for you. Livy kind of, smiling and kind of letting you know, be happy here.
Yeah, I mean that's the nice thing about having her in, in the picture like that and in, streams and that kind of thing, because she can kind of show my emotions for me. So it's worked 2 years in a row now.
As far as like full time DH, you have to look at Otani. And is there any part of you that says I could do maybe a portion of that? I could be a hitter and I could be a pitcher.
I mean, the portion I could do is stand in the box. I couldn't hit or
I
anything
think you're
like
being
that.
humble. If I look at what you did when you were in college, you could hit.
Yeah, that was also, I mean, the Mountain West is great. I hit a little bit like the Mountain West, and I mean even the SEC, and then obviously the big leagues. They're very different things. So I'm good. I'm good with what I'm doing right now. I haven't picked up a bat in 2 years.
Okay, but if your manager says, "Hey, why don't you go up there and pinch hit?"
Oh yeah, I'm strapping it on like cleats, batting gloves, elbow guards, everything.
Can you be the backup catcher, like in an emergency situation? Could you catch?
Yeah, I really believe that. I mean, because we play catch every day with pitchers, so we're used to their stuff, and and catching it. It's just they I don't think they would ever put me back there.
Give me somebody that you'd like to catch, not on your staff, any pitcher, because catcher was your first position.
I mean, Aroldis Chapman. I mean, he was on my team my rookie year, and he would do some cool stuff like throw a heater 91 and then throw a 104 on the next pitch. Didn't really know why, and it was like a surprise every pitch for the catcher. That'd be fun.
What's your highest recorded pitch, your fastest pitch?
I think 102.
Do you care? Like if I'm assessing how you're pitching, does the radar gun matter?
It does to me in basically like how close I am to my max and the minimum. Like I want the average to be as close to those as possible. Um, so like sitting 100 for me is better than hitting 102, but sitting 97, if that makes sense.
What pitch are you going to add in the offseason?
I have no idea yet. I've barely started throwing right now, so we'll see. Once I get on the mound and everything, I might start playing around with some stuff, but no plans for anything yet.
But you have to have an idea of somebody telling you something or you're seeing something that, can you work that into your arsenal?
Yeah, I think a lot of it so far has been, like, hey, you should throw your fastball here instead of here. You should throw it more in instead of away, that kind of thing, rather than like actually designing and engineering new pitches. It's just so early. I don't. I'm really just working to get my body back to in season form right now, and then we can worry about the pitch shapes later.
Talking to Paul Skenes, the unanimous Cy Young winner. I'm not sure if you got to fly fighter jets when you were in the Air Force. Can you even fit in the cockpit as big as you are?
Yeah, I can barely fit. You put the helmet on me, and I'm wearing boots and all that, the G suit. It's going to be tight, but yeah, I went into the Air Force Academy about 3 inches shorter than I am right now, so my plans changed a little bit as time went on there.
Well, when you watch Top Gun, do your teammates say, "Hey, is that what it was like for you in the Air Force?"
Yeah, it's pretty common. Yeah, I mean, they're not playing Danger Zone when I walk into the room or anything like that. But there's some jokes
they wouldn't.
occasionally.
They wouldn't do that to you, would they?
Never, they would never do that to me.
Do you want to go back and like? Is there any part of you that is not finished with the Air Force?
Yeah, it's funny because the more I've been out of there, it's right when you leave, you're so happy to be gone, just because it's so hard and so demanding. And the longer I've been away from there and away from those people, it's like, dang, I miss it. So I don't know about. I mean, I when I did my paperwork to leave, there was like a clause in there that like I could come back and finish my degree as long as I finish it before I'm 27. So I would have to do that in the next couple of years. So in terms of going back and being a cadet, that's not going to happen. But they do have a baseball team. They need coaches occasionally. So
Mm.
uh, that's something I would be very excited to do. Living in Colorado Springs sounds nice.
You don't get used to losing, but you lose a lot. Where you go from winning a national championship, now you're losing 100 games. How does that affect you, or how do you try not to let that affect you?
Yeah, I mean it's tough. It's a huge adjustment because all I've done, the Air Force is the winningest organization in the world. And then I go to LSU and I win a national championship, and then obviously I haven't had two great years team wise in Pittsburgh. So it's been an adjustment. It's tough to not show up to the field every day and be bitter sometimes, especially when we're on a 7, 8 game skid. Um, I think it just comes down to being a professional. I've learned more and more how to do that, and just be the same person every day. I'm still learning how to do that. So, um, but yeah, I mean, it is energizing to think about what it could be, if and when we do win. So that's the thing that gets me out of bed.
But that's how you get these stories that come out because, can you put up with this with your talent? And that's how that report comes out. That if it was a true report or a rumor, but how do you deal with that? That an anonymous player says that you hope to be traded to the Yankees.
Yeah, I mean, I was frustrated for a couple hours, and then kind of got over it and talked to the media later that night. It is what it is. There's stuff that's going to come out, good and bad. Obviously it's not true. I think the hardest part of leaving Air Force for me was, we had just won a conference championship, the first one in the school's history. And didn't and it, we had built that. And it felt like there was unfinished, work that needed to be done. So that's how it feels right now. We won the national championship or the conference championship at Air Force. Um, that's what is on the horizon for us. We just have to do it. And leaving before that would, leave a bad taste in my mouth because there was work to be done that we didn't do.
Yeah, and I think this has happened because there's no salary cap, and we look at smaller markets. Good play, Garrett Cole when he was with the Pirates. It's like, how long can these smaller market teams keep players? So you're just the latest. There'll be somebody that comes after you, and they'll be doing the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the first person, that's been through this, done this, and I'm not the last. It's just it all comes down to how you look at it, right? Like you can just be bitter at the world and pissed off, or you can fight to do what's right, make it right, win. Um, those are kind of the two paths because you cannot like the bar only moves one way; it only goes up. And for that's the goal basically. It very easily could go down if you let it go down. So you just got to keep fighting to raise the bar, for us in Pittsburgh, but for the next player wherever that is.
Do you have to make the bed? Does your girlfriend make you make the bed?
Still got to make the bed. That's something that you can't really you can't get that out of you once you've. I probably made 1,000 beds while I was at Air Force, and actually more than that. Probably 1,000 only in basic training. So it's habits that are built inside you.
But is the bounce in the quarter, is that true?
They don't do that anymore. At least not when I was there. They might have brought that back. It's funny. You'll get people that, don't want to make their bed every morning, and so they like duct tape it underneath so that it's all tight. And they'll like tie because we got shirt stays there to make sure your shirt stays tucked in, and so they'll use those and tie it from one side to the other. So you learn those tricks from being in it a little bit. But anyway, no, I don't think the quarter thing is true anymore.
Most famous person you've met?
Probably right now, I mean, Shane Gillis, he's the biggest person in the world. I don't know. It depends, depends what circle you're talking. You.
Shane Gillis is a good guy. We met him in Dublin, and he was doing his stand-up over there. And
yeah, it's refreshing to talk to him. He's down to earth, great dude. Obviously, hilarious. Everything he does is, must-watch TV. So it was cool to meet him. Just, I'm a comedy fan. I was looking forward to meeting him, and I was not disappointed. It was pretty cool.
Didn't he go to Army?
Yeah, he did.
Briefly, right?
Yeah, see, when I got to LSU, the running joke was that I thought about serving for 2 years. He thought about serving for a little bit shorter than that, but we were both, my Air Force coach calls me a quitter, so we're both quitters.
Congrats. Enjoy the off season, and thanks again for joining us.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Yep, Paul Skenes. He is unanimous. Did you see his girlfriend was in the background walking by a couple of times?
I didn't see that.
Yep. Now, I was going to say, hey, why don't you get your girlfriend to come up here and join us? But she was going back and forth a couple of times. Yes, Tom?
Dan, no Yankee questions. I thought you were going to shout that out in the background.